This is a tragic incident for our community. Our thoughts remain with the victims, their families, co-workers.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6, multiple people have died after a major chemical implosion at a packaging facility in Southwest Washington. We have the very latest. Plus, our big local story tonight, police are searching for a group of thieves who broke into the Columbia Basin BMX Tracks concession building over Memorial Day weekend. Our Caleb Stipkovitz with those details later. If you were wondering why protesters were out at Columbia Center Boulevard and Clearwater and Kennewick today, it has to do with local journalism. And Stacy is here.
And we've got cloudy skies and a temperature roller coaster underway. All your weather details coming up. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
And a very good Tuesday evening. Thank you for joining us. I am Austin Reed. Wendy Redman is anchoring Good Morning Northwest. First at 6 o'clock tonight, the Columbia Basin BMX track is recovering after a group of thieves broke into its concessions building over Memorial Day weekend. New at 6, our Caleb Stipkovitz brings you to the track, which is facing thousands of dollars in damages.
Shutters, windows, lights, and equipment. It's all broken after the latest raid on the Columbia Basin BMX track.
They went through and loaded up big, we call them one-on-one cans, the big gray city garbage cans. They basically wheeled those into the concessions area and just dumped whatever they wanted 3 times that same night to get more stuff.
The BMX track says that one thief broke through a concessions window, letting in others by opening a door. In total, the track is footing a repair bill worth $5,000, and the thieves took off with several food items and $2,500 more worth of cash. I'm told that this isn't the first time that something like this has happened recently. Both the track and the softball fields next door have been hit in the last few weeks.
We first got a call a couple weeks back. There had been some graffiti vandalism on one of our fences out there. It was actually the following week that our concessions area was broken into. Looks like there's about 5 to 6 different incidences.
That estimate includes a break-in at the softball field's concession stand as well. And the track says it believes it's all in the hands of the same perpetrators. Columbia Basin BMX tells us that Richland Police is investigating the case. We reached out to RPD to confirm those details, but at the time of this newscast, we are still waiting for a response. From Richland, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Caleb, Columbia Basin BMX says that despite the damage, the concessions shop will stay open, but may have a limited selection for the time being. On the Fire Watch tonight, West Valley Fire Rescue crews spent the day fighting the Stroud Road fire. It broke out earlier today near Fisk and Stone Road out in rural Yakima County. At one point, the blaze was running down towards the North Conduit, which had orchards and structures, and they were at risk. A helicopter was called in. The fire scorched between 10 to 12 acres. Firefighters say they will remain on scene throughout the evening to mop up. The cause is under investigation. New at 6, officials are issuing a reminder after drones interfered with air operations during the Country Meadows fire over the weekend. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says drone operators were flying too close to fire crews and aircraft working the scene, creating a serious safety risk and disruption to emergency response. Under FAA rules, unauthorized drone use can result in fines of up to $75,000 per violation. Officials say when emergency aircraft are up, drones should stay grounded so crews can work safely and without distraction. Get ready for a roller coaster week when it comes to our temperatures. Let's check in now with First Alert's Stacy Lee live in our weather center. The clouds have arrived as well today.
Yeah, and the temperatures are certainly much cooler today compared to yesterday. We'll start out with a live look in the Dust Devil Stadium in Pasco. The boys getting ready to take on Spokane tonight. 65, so a cooler baseball night, but you should remain dry. Now the humidity is pumped up a little bit. Our feels like temp is 65. As we go through the evening, though, temperatures will eventually get down to about 56. So certainly want to grab a hoodie or a light coat if you're heading out to the big game tonight. Temperatures have cooled down just here in the last hour. 59 in Walla Walla, 57 in Pendleton, 70 in Yakima. All right, here's your evening. Now, we do have some stray showers moving through. They're coming up from the south, so mainly impacting possibly Hermiston, Pendleton, and Walla Walla. Tri-Cities has a very slight chance of rain also this evening, but more than likely it'll be a miss here. Temperatures overnight tonight are going to be down in the 40s, so not a big spread. What we are keeping an eye on is this severe outlook is calling for heavy thunder shower activity happening specifically on Thursday, but there are chances of thunder showers on and off all week long since we do have the right setup for those conditions. So cloudy stray showers tonight, warmer tomorrow, thunderstorms possible, especially on Thursday, and the temperature roller coaster continues. I'll show you just how much we're going to fluctuate over the next few days. Austin?
Stacey, thanks. We are continuing to follow developing news. A chemical explosion today left at least one person dead and 10 injured, some of them critically. This at a paper and packaging facility in southwest Washington state. The death toll may rise as fire crews search for people who remain unaccounted for. Sherelle Hubbard has the latest.
First responders rushed to the scene of a fatal implosion involving hazardous materials at a paper and packaging facility in Washington state.
There were multiple critical injuries, and patients were transported to hospitals in Longview and throughout the Vancouver-Portland area. We can also confirm there were fatalities related to the incident.
The implosion happened around 7:30 a.m. local time at a Nippon Dynawave Packaging Company facility in Longview, about 130 miles south of Seattle. Authorities say an 80,000-gallon tank, about 60% full of so-called white liquor, ruptured.
It is a chemical mixture of sodium hydroxide, sodium sulfide, and disodium carbonate that is used in the paper making process.
Officials said they were in the recovery phase Tuesday afternoon with firefighters and a hazmat team on site working with plant employees to contain the situation and find those still missing.
This is a tragic incident for our community. Our thoughts remain with the victims, their families, co-workers, and everyone who has been impacted by it.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Governor Bob Ferguson says the state is closely monitoring the situation. Ferguson says crews from the Washington Department of Ecology were sent to the scene to help respond. The governor also said he's deeply saddened by reports of fatalities, adding his thoughts are with the workers, their families, and first responders. U.S. Senator Patty Murray also canceled her public events that were scheduled for today just outside of Longview, and also said her thoughts are with the workers and their families. Other news tonight, one person is dead after a hit-and-run crash near Granger Sunday night. Yakima County deputies say 22-year-old Armando Escamilla Jr. was ejected from a vehicle at Yakima Valley Highway and Hudson Road. Bystanders performed CPR before crews arrived, but he died at the scene. Authorities say the occupants of one of the vehicles ran away after the crash, sparking a search with help from a canine unit. The suspect was later found at a nearby dairy and arrested after a short foot pursuit. Investigators say alcohol or drugs were not factors in the collision. But while deputies were investigating that crash, another driver was arrested for DUI after allegedly driving around road-closed barricades and nearly hitting patrol vehicles. An initiative is looking to ban testing, slaughtering, and hunting animals in Oregon. The Peace Act is gaining traction as organizers collect signatures before the July 2nd deadline. In order to appear on the November ballot, the initiative needs to collect about 117,000 verified signatures from voters. So far, organizers have 120,000 unverified signatures, and they say they will keep collecting until the deadline. The initiative would ban all killings of animals except for veterinary purposes or self-defense.
And I'm not being dramatic to say this initiative petition that will be qualified as a ballot initiative for the people to vote on would change everything we know about the state of Oregon. It will wipe hunters and anglers from the landscape.
Supporters of the bill say that the initiative could pave the way for more plant-based industries in the state. New at 6 tonight, Washington state farmers are seeing a win in a new House-passed farm bill that supports specialty crops like fruit, hops, and vegetables. The measure includes funding for research, marketing, and crop protection programs that are critical to the Yakima Valley and other agricultural regions. But while the bill cleared the House, it still faces a tough fight in the Senate, where negotiations could change or delay the final outcome. Journalists across Washington and the Pacific Northwest are walking off the job today for a one-day strike, including workers at the Tri-City Herald. New at 6, our Dan Hansen says this is all part of a coordinated strike over wages, working conditions, and concerns about AI in newsrooms.
Journalists at the Tri-City Herald and the Pacific Northwest Newspapers Guild say talks with McClatchy have stretched on for months with little movement on pay. They say wages aren't keeping up with the cost of living, and it's getting harder to afford the communities they cover.
McClatchy is our owners. They declined to come to the table with the decision makers who can actually answer the questions and our offers to the company.
PNW Newspaper Guild leaders say the company's current offers still fall short of inflation, making it harder to recruit and keep reporters.
Folks are struggling to keep up with inflation. What McClatchy's offering just isn't enough for folks to feel like they can live in the cities that they serve.
Reporters say the strain is already showing in shrinking newsrooms.
If we can't afford to be there, we can't afford to write it. What does the community get for their hard-earned money that they're choosing to give to us?
For some, it's personal.
The simple fact of the matter is that as much as I love this community, I can't afford to live here. I can't afford to rent a reasonable apartment.
Another sticking point, how McClatchy plans to use artificial intelligence in news production.
We just kind of draw a line when the company wants to say use AI to implement it for writing.
We reached out to McClatchy for comment and haven't heard back. Union members say today's walkout is a warning, while the issues remain unsolved. Workers here say this fight is more than just paychecks. They argue the future of journalism itself is on the line. Now both sides head back to the bargaining table with possibility of more labor action still looming. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Dan, thank you for that. Negotiations between McClatchy and the union are expected to continue in the coming weeks. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, a precautionary boil water notice has been issued for residents in Mabton. What you need to know. And Stacy returns with a full look at your first alert forecast. She's talking that temperature roller coaster this week and more chances for rain and thunderstorms. Stay right here.
Hey, it's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. You do not want to miss what's coming to Giesa Stadium this week.
Friday, May 29th is Dusty Building Block Giveaway presented by Lescovar Mitsubishi. And don't miss Saturday, May 30th as your Dust Devils play as the Columbia River Rooster Tails for the first time this season. We'll be celebrating post-game fireworks thanks to McCacken Electric.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Bath Planet brings life back to your bathroom with expert remodeling, custom designs, fast installation. And right now, save $1,000. Call for a free estimate today. 509-851-0669.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through July 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when paired with an eligible Daikin ductless system at Bruce Heating and Air.
In the Korean War, Fred served his country with honor. Then he came home to serve his community, opening Fred's Appliance, a store built on trust, family, and service. 64 years later, we're still family-owned, still local, and still here for you. This Memorial Day, we honor those who served like Fred and invite you to check out what's on sale. Swing into Fred's today and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region. At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Now at McDonald's, get more value on whatever you're getting next when you order from the under $3 menu.
How about this? Heads, you go to Northern Quest. Tails, you go to Northern Quest for the $70,000 coin flip frenzy. Just play daily with your Camus Rewards card to rack up entries and earn 4 times entries every Tuesday. Then you could be flipping your way to 35 grand in cash this Thursday. The $70,000 coin flip frenzy. Only at Northern Quest.
Wendy Redmond, only one station. Apple Valley News Now.
And we're always on your side.
Welcome back. New at 6, the city of Mabton says its current boil water notice is only precautionary and not mandatory. City officials say there has been no indication of contamination in the water system. The notice was issued after a temporary issue with the city's chlorine system, which has now been repaired. Officials say routine water testing is continuing as a safety precaution, and updates will be provided as they become available. Also new at 6, local teens looking for summer work will have a chance to connect with employers this week in Yakima. The 21st annual Jobs for Youth event is happening on May 27th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's at the OIC Henry Beaucamp Community Center. The event is designed for high school age students and will include job readiness sessions, tips for a successful job search, and will help building workplace skills. Around the world we go. Western Europe is sweltering amid a deadly, exceptionally early heat wave. The record for the hottest May temperature in the UK has now been broken for 2 days in a row, and most of Western Europe is enduring temperatures 10 to 15 degrees Celsius above normal this week as the continent grapples with a powerful heat dome. The heat wave has triggered government warnings about the dangers it poses as people try to cool down any way they can.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we'll start the First Alert weather forecast with a reason to smile. This one came in from Stuart Malloy with the fiery sunset. Great photo. It's going to be a wild weather week, so keep snapping those photos and use that QR code to send them in. Once again, thanks to Lifetime Dental Care and Stu for sending this in to us. All right, live lookout in Ellensburg. I see some ponies out in the new and improved arena there in Ellensburg. 70 degrees, feels like 77. Winds from the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour. That humidity sitting at 32%. And they have a little more time to ride out there because your sunset will be at 8:35. There's the winds coming down. They're fairly light considering the last several days have been pretty windy. But right now we're kind of in between systems. But don't worry, the winds will be back later on. This is the big story here. We've got some big developments going on around the in the atmosphere thanks to these ridges of low pressure and moisture coming up from the southwest. So we've got the warm air here, the cold air here. We're kind of in the middle. That's where it all collides. Perfect setup to see thunderstorms develop in the next couple of days. So that setup is going to be stuck in place at least through Thursday and Friday, and then things will start to shift again as we get to the weekend. Futurecast keeps us mostly dry overnight and most of the day tomorrow. However, in the afternoon, we'll start to see those showers developing in the foothills of the Blues, Walla Walla, Pendleton area. We get through most of Thursday dry, but then in the afternoon, that's when we could see potentially strong thunderstorms moving through the area, and Futurecast is showing it up pretty good, especially in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, the Columbia River Gorge, foothills of the Blues, and we could even see a stray storm or two come through the Tri-Cities area again most of the afternoon, evening Thursday, and it'll dry out by Friday. Now, we're not expecting a ton of rain. However, with these kind of storms, you could get rapid downpours, heavy wind, and even some hail associated with it. Rainfall totals not too substantial, but that's what it looks like from that storm. All right, tonight we're going to be down in the 40s, just below 50, I should say. Northwest winds at 30 miles an hour, gusting in the Kittitas Valley. Yakima Valley looking pretty good. Peak winds there at 20 miles an hour, and temperatures staying mostly below 50 degrees. Almost everybody staying below 50 degrees tonight in the Columbia Basin. Winds much lighter at 8 miles per hour, and along the foothills of the Blues, we're going to stay in those mid and upper 40s with a slight chance of showers. All right. Here's the temperature roller coaster we're talking about. Yeah, unusual as we finish off the last week of May. So breezy winds and potential thunderstorms specifically on Thursday. Take a look at Yakima. We also see some cloudy skies and slight chances of rain on and off beginning tomorrow. Tri-Cities could see some showers developing, and 91 degrees on Thursday. So it'll be that warm, unstable air that could potentially lead to some thunderstorms, because as you can see, we go from 91 down to 79 in just 24 hours. Hermiston also going to stay in the 80s through Thursday, dropping down into those lower 70s for the weekend. And in Walla Walla, again, the same thing, cloudy skies, chances of rain, and potential thunderstorms. So the biggest concern will be Thursday. That's when we could see some pretty strong thunderstorms come through. Haven't had a good one in a while.
Right.
So
right. It's happening.
It skips by the Tri-Cities a lot, but hey, I've seen good ones in Yakima too. So
okay, we'll keep you posted. Coming up next on the news at 6 o'clock, caught on camera, an alligator is seen roaming through traffic in Mississippi.
On board Rocky Mountaineer, you'll traverse the Canadian Rockies with ease, where world-class service and conversations flow like a mountain river. Rocky Mountaineer.
Criminy! Your plants, how'd you get them to grow like this?
I started banking with ICCU.
ICCU?
Yeah, I should have switched a long time ago. Credit union with service and technology like theirs is just better. I can do everything in the app and talk to an actual human being on video chat.
Hi.
And that made your plants grow like crazy?
You tell me.
Everything you need for your banking and everything you love about a credit union. ICCU. Life's greener here.
You got shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. It might be long COVID. You got chills, rainfall, depression, fever, can't smell.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Did you know CancerGuard can help screen for multiple cancers?
Good to know.
CancerGuard helps screen for over 50 cancers, even before symptoms appear.
Wait, what?
It's one simple blood test.
That really is good to know.
CancerGuard, from the makers of Cologuard.
The unbelievable summer sticker sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia in Pasco. Save an additional $750 from now until June 1st when you purchase the select new 2026 Sportage, Sportage Hybrid, Sorento Hybrid, as well as Carnival and Carnival Hybrid models. Overturf Kia, just south of Highway I-182 at the Road 100 Broadmoor Boulevard exit on St. Thomas Drive in Pasco.
You've been counting the days, weeks, months, just waiting.
Because the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. And right now, save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems and get a $300 gift. Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend. Plus 60 months, no interest. And free shipping. Hurry, the extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
In Mississippi, it was a busy and unusual Sunday morning for the Flowood Police Department. An alligator was sitting in the turn lane of a major thoroughfare, blocking traffic. Officers cleared the road by using a police SUV to drag the gator off the road. You can see the animals was none too pleased about it. For the moment, the street is reportedly clear and gator-free. The Hoover Dam is getting a patriotic makeover for the America 250. The installation features a red, white, and blue light show in combination with a massive American flag. According to the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, officials unveiled the display on Memorial Day to kick off a full summer of patriotic programming. Officials say the installation will light up every evening through the 4th of July, weather permitting. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6:30. It's the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. Don't be alarmed when it comes to seeing a ton of emergency vehicles in and around Hermiston tomorrow. We'll tell you more when we come on back.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare. It's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
Every Sunday night, he can't sleep. But not this Sunday.
When you really need to sleep, ZzzQuil has no equal. Get the deeply restorative sleep you need. ZzzQuil, not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
Get ready, Walla Walla. The sweetest season is here. Join us at the ballpark for opening day, June 2nd, as the Walla Walla Sweets hit the field. We're bringing the fun with post-game fireworks, and 1,000 fans will receive a Sweet Stadium clear backpack. Gates open at 6, so mark your calendar, because this season the Sweets are bringing the thrill of baseball back to Walla Walla. Check our website for ticket packages and get your tickets now. Be part of the Walla Walla Sweets experience this season. Let's play ball.
Pedals and Payouts continues this May at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. And the Money Tree is back, blooming all weekend long with over $4,000 in cash and free play. Every Friday and Saturday, the money keeps growing until it's won. Then on Saturday, May 30th, 4 grand prize finalists will try to grow their riches over $10,000 in cash and prizes. May is in full bloom only at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
We're here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you should pay what we pay.
Now get employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Hi,
I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you could save big with up to $3,200 in utility and cool cash rebates available this spring. At Total Energy Management, we will ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
More than 5 sunburns doubles your risk of melanoma. So when outside, use sunscreen with an SPF of at least 15. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Skin cancer prevention and screening available at Prosser Memorial Health. Visit prosserhealth.org.
They're not fancy. No leather seats, no powerful sound systems, but they have wheels, seat belts, and AC. These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting in Pendleton, Ellensburg, Tri-Cities Airport.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station leads the way with local news you trust. Oh, and when you see one of our cruisers, please go ahead and wave. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m., the city of Kennewick showcasing a major upgrade to their wastewater treatment plant. Our William Albert will explain. Plus, how the city of Zilla is preparing for the future when it comes to their water treatment plant. Those stories and much more right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. I am Austin Reed. Hope you had a nice Memorial Day weekend. It is kind of a new week officially, right? A lot of people had yesterday off, and it's looking to be a very active week in our weather. Let's turn it over now to First Alert's Stacy Lee in our weather center. Lots to unpack here.
That's right. We'll send May off with a bang. Final week of May is underway, and looking at a live look outside in Yakima. It's been pretty cloudy, pretty quiet there this afternoon. Winds are pretty light from the east-northeast at 8 miles an hour. Your feels like, though, is 77. Humidity up at 32%. Temperatures cooling down around the area, down in the 50s and 60s already. So big shift from yesterday as it was in the 80s. Chances of rain, there's a few slight ones. Slight chance here in the Tri-Cities. More than likely, those showers could impact Hermiston, Pendleton, and Walla Walla, but there they are, just in case you're planning to be outdoors tonight. Overnight lows will be down in the 40s. Everybody staying just under 50 degrees for the most part in the entire region overnight tonight. This is what we're keeping our eye on Thursday. We've got a severe outlook that's been issued by NOAA, the National Weather Service. We're looking at some pretty strong, substantial thunderstorms rolling through the entire area in green, which is our entire viewing area. So we want to be prepared for that on Thursday. But cloudy and stray showers are possible tonight. We're going to have a big warm up tomorrow, so get ready for those 80-degree temps to be back. Thunderstorms then start developing Wednesday into Thursday, more likely on Thursday, and the temperatures continue to go up and down all week long. I'll break that all down for you coming up. Austin?
Sounds good. Thank you, Stacy. Kennewick city leaders are wrapping up a major upgrade to the city's wastewater treatment plant as they look to improve efficiency. New at 6:30, Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with officials about what this means for the future of Kennewick.
The city of Kennewick is showcasing its newly upgraded biosolids facility at an open house tomorrow morning. The updated wastewater facility, located off of South Nutmeg Street, has been a project more than a decade in the making, part of a $43 million investment, much of it funded through the Washington Department of Ecology.
So we're going to have a 1.2 million gallon sludge holding tank where all of the solids will go. That'll be sent through a processing building and into these greenhouses where we'll take advantage of solar energy to dry the solids and then bring it back into the processing building and run it through a pasteurizer at 70 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes and turn it into a Class A biosolid.
Kennewick city officials tell me that the renovations to the wastewater treatment plant are absolutely necessary and over the long run will help the city save big. However, they say that these renovations are absolutely crucial as they will help meet the necessary waste demands of a growing Kennewick.
So there's a lot of costs associated with dredging those lagoons. This process will make that process obsolete, those lagoons obsolete, and replace that cost that we've had every 3 to 5 years of dredging the lagoons.
Shannon says the project first began to take shape after the Merle Bros, which had been dredging the city's lagoons, introduced city officials to a similar facility in Pasco County, Florida.
And so they shared with us the details on that and how it could be a different process to replace our lagoons. So we went and explored their facility, we toured their facility, and explored the option of how it would work for us.
Shannon says while the project addresses the city's growing wastewater needs, it also targets another issue that has been raised over the years: odor concerns.
And so obviously the wastewater treatment plant has some odor to these open air lagoons. So one of our goals in creating this facility was to address that. So this new facility has odor or carbon air scrubbers that will take care of all of the odor.
For now, city officials say most of the construction is complete and the facility is expected to be fully operational before the end of the year. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Okay, William, the open house will run tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. It's at the Kennewick Wastewater Treatment Plant and will include guided tours of the new facility. We are following up new at 6:30. The Grant County coroner has ruled the death of a missing Moses Lake man as an accidental drowning. Authorities say 39-year-old Anthony Mann was found dead on Saturday near the top of Summer Falls. That's about 10 miles southeast of Coulee City. Mann had been missing since May 15th and was reported missing after his vehicle was found unattended near Trail Lake. Officials say there were no signs of foul play. If you see increased emergency activity in Hermiston tomorrow, don't be alarmed. Umatilla County Emergency Management and partners are conducting a planned training exercise with Lamb Weston and Good Shepherd Healthcare System. The drill will simulate a hazardous materials incident and test coordination between first responders, hospital staff, and industry partners. Officials say you may see emergency vehicles and simulated patients, but there is no real emergency. The city of Zillah is taking a hard look at its budget as leaders work to prioritize big projects and future growth. City leaders tell us they are focused on smart spending, including major upgrades to Zillah's wastewater treatment plant, while also trying to make it easier for new businesses to open and invest in the community.
We have a great council and a great mayor, and they're all very fiscally conservative and fiscally responsible. So they're very efficient with the limited resources that we have.
Tonight, the city says those priorities will also help guide Zillah's first ever strategic plan moving forward. President Trump had his annual physical and dental exam at Walter Reed National Medical Center today. After the exam, Trump said it went perfectly. The president also met with service members and staffers. The White House physician is expected to release a full report on the exam in the next few days. Trump's last trip to Walter Reed was in October when he reportedly received an MRI scan. Turning to local sports, the Walla Walla Sweets are getting ready to open the 2026 West Coast League season this weekend with a roster made up of players from across the country and a new coaching staff leading the way. The Sweets open the season Friday on the road against the Yakima Valley Pippins before returning home next week for their opener at historic Borleski Stadium. General Manager Cody Miller says summer baseball is all about balancing development and winning, while bringing together players who are often arriving just days before first pitch.
Obviously, we want to win, but we're developing these guys to go back to their schools better than when they left, and hopefully it goes down further along the line where they're waiting to hear their name on draft day.
Miller says the biggest challenge every summer is getting players adjusted quickly while still building a competitive team. The Sweets host the Corvallis Knights in their home opener June 2nd. This as Borleski Stadium celebrates its 100th anniversary this season. And Kamiakin High School held their annual College Athlete Signing Day. New at 6:30, Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable heard from the athletes who are moving up to the next level.
24 athletes participating in various sports signed their letter of intent as they take the next steps into both their athletic and academic journeys. Seniors from Kamiakin are getting ready to walk out these doors for the final time. But before that, they got to announce which college they'll be attending to continue their athletic careers. In front of family and friends, they made their choices official and look forward to new beginnings.
You're on your own now. Like, you get to figure things out. You get to live your own life and develop as a person outside of your family and what you have at home.
But the new opportunities also mean saying goodbye to the ones that have been there for them along the way.
Playing with all my best friends throughout high school, like Jackson Dorman, making all those memories with him and stuff. The fact that it's ending is kind of sad, but excited to make more at college.
I know that I'll miss my whole team and especially my coaches that helped me along the way. Just what I normally think about when I think of my team here at Kamiakin for wrestling is all the moments we were together.
Although they head to different schools across the country, they all take with them the experiences they had competing at Kamiakin High School together. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Memories made. Jake, thank you. Colleges varied from local schools such as Columbia Basin College, Washington State, and Gonzaga. They also included schools across the country in both Pennsylvania and Virginia. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, summer has unofficially started across the U.S., and so has what doctors are calling trauma season, a time when blood demand spikes and donations often drop. Then Stacy is tracking a developing first alert forecast tonight. Get ready for some thunderstorms. Details after this.
Only one station is on your side.
One station.
Apple Valley News Now.
You got shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. It might be long COVID. You got chills, rainfall, depression, fever, can't smell or taste. Could be long COVID. One more time.
Ready, Beth? Beth?
When congestion stuffs you up and there's no time to waste, Afrin No Drip unblocks in seconds for instant relief.
Wow.
Afrin No Drip. The wow is real.
Home isn't just walls at a roof, it's where hope begins. With Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity, you can build that home together with people who care. Our path to ownership is affordable and supportive, with education and partnership at every step. Wondering if you qualify? Fill out our online application. We are building in Benton and Franklin counties and in Walla Walla. Apply online today. Let's build the place you'll call home.
Every year, millions fly with us at Allegiant because together, we go places. We see old friends and try new things. We laugh. We really like to laugh. And reconnect. We remember. And we wander, which leads to wonder. From how we go to where we go to what we do when we get there, we go further together.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? With fewer symptoms from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, where would you go? Imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. And for adults with active psoriatic arthritis, Tremfya goes beyond the skin. Less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Tremfya even reduced fatigue. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
We have a health alert. Summer has unofficially started in the U.S. and the medical community is bracing for what's known as trauma season. It's the period between Memorial Day and Labor Day when the need for blood across the U.S. significantly spikes. Mandy Gaither explains why there's a predictable drop in the blood supply this time of year and what needs to happen to prevent a summer shortage.
It's the downside of summer. Over the next few months, severe injuries tend to spike from car crashes, recreational accidents, and outdoor activities.
From the hospital and blood bank perspective, that means we have to be prepared to respond quickly with life-saving transfusions and emergency care when these critically injured patients arrive.
The American Red Cross says about 25% of trauma patients require blood transfusions, and up to 5% of them will need 10 or more units of blood, which can quickly deplete a hospital supply. And this time of year, donations tend to go way down due to school breaks, extreme weather events, and travel.
We see a lower amount of blood products available to the hospitals, while the hospitals don't stop.
To help ensure a stable national blood supply, the Red Cross is calling on eligible donors to roll up their sleeves. All blood types are needed, especially Group O, which is often used for trauma patients. There's also a need for plasma and for platelets, which only have a 5-day shelf life.
When someone is able to come and donate, that is one of the most simplest and most direct ways to help save lives among your own community.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
We also know that the city of Yakima is facing critical blood shortages, and AMR is hosting a community blood drive on Thursday, June 4th. That's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's at the Yakima County EMS Union Gap headquarters.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And a live look outside, dust devils on the field. And is it going to hold? Is it going to stay dry for the game? Well, I will tell you this, if you're heading out, it's going to be on the cooler side as we're starting out at 65 degrees tonight. Humidity is going up, which does signify possible showers. Now, we're thinking the showers should hold off till about the end of the game, but if you are heading out, do bring, well, some rain gear possibly. Winds are pretty low tonight. They're starting to pick up a little bit in Ellensburg, and that'll be the case throughout the evening, but overall not too windy. Let's talk about radar. Let's take a live look outside. We are seeing those showers developing, moving in from the south, like we said, Heppner into Ione, heading towards the Columbia River Gorge, Goldendale, maybe a few sprinkles here in Ukiah, but so far staying south of Tri-Cities. This is the format. This is the path that the rain is going to be taking today and tomorrow. And on top of that, we've got temperatures cool on the west side. We were warm and we're kind of neutral today, but that is the perfect little window for thunderstorms to develop in our area. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Again, 8:30 tonight, still showing up dry, but we are seeing potential stray showers there in Walla Walla. Now, most of your day tomorrow will be dry until the evening, and then we'll start to see some stray showers, mainly focusing here in the foothills of the Blues, northeastern Oregon. It's Thursday that we're concerned about. We're tracking some potentially very strong thunderstorms. You can see one there in Lexington, Oregon on Futurecast, and again moving through the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, and maybe even a little bit later in the evening through the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities. So that'll be the heaviest impact as rain. We could see hail, we could see strong gusty winds and heavy downpours. Not going to bring a lot as far as rain accumulation totals go, but a little bit of rain still, we'll take it, right? All right, overnight lows tonight down in the 40s, staying just below 50 degrees in the Kittitas Valley, Ellensburg area, Columbia, or the foothills. I'm lost. Yakima Valley, there you go. From Sela all the way down into the lower valley, staying in the 40s, 50 degrees there. The Columbia Basin, there we go. We're going to be staying just under 50 degrees tonight as well. And in the foothills of the Blues, that's where we have a chance of seeing some stray showers moving through later tonight. And those temperatures anywhere from the upper 40s to the middle 40s. All right, here's the weather roller coaster we're talking about. Look at these temperatures. We cooled down today. We're heating back up for the next couple days, and then we cool right right back down into the weekend. That's what Ellensburg looks like for the next 7 days. In Yakima, look at that, 90 degrees on Thursday, then way back down to 76 and staying in those lower 70s for the weekend. Taking a peek at Tri-Cities, also a hot day Thursday where that's a pretty good chance of seeing those thunderstorms moving through with those big fluctuations, not only in moisture but in temperatures. And getting into next week, we should start to see those 80s come back as June 1st comes in on it looks like a nice day so far. 80 degrees in Hermiston next Monday on June 1st. And here's Walla Walla. Again, pretty wacky weather for that last week of May. Why not?
Why not? May as well.
There you go. May as well. See that?
Yeah.
Good job.
I didn't plan it. I promise. Coming up next here on the news at 6:30, we are previewing this summer's downtown summer nights in the city of Yakima.
At Prosser Digestive Health Center, find expert care close to home. Services include colonoscopy screenings, care for swallowing problems and esophageal motility disorders, GERD, celiac disease, and nutrition-related GI conditions. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center, 509-786-5599, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Digestive health close to home. This is how we care.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
Hey, it's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. You do not want to miss what's coming to Giesa Stadium this week.
Friday, May 29th is Dusty Building Block Giveaway presented by Leskovar Mitsubishi. And don't miss Saturday, May 30th as your Dust Devils play as the Columbia River Rooster Tails for the first time this season. We'll be celebrating post-game fireworks thanks to McCacken Electric.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who's making a difference and going that extra mile to make our communities better, please let us know. Click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
Blubbering Cave with Liberty Biverty.
It's bundle and save on insurance with Liberty Mutual. Okay, let's do another take.
What do you want me to say?
The line. Say the line.
Oh, that's easy. The line.
Okay, let's pick it up tomorrow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
My mind felt hazy and gray. I couldn't follow conversations. It was like I was in a fog. I was sleeping way too much. I was missing out on activities with my family. I felt underwater. Now I know it was depression. Recognizing my symptoms and finding support helped me manage it. Learn more about your symptoms at seehowifeel.org.
Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert. Only one station. Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
A World Cup themed mural in Mexico City just earned a Guinness World Record. Take a look.
That's right. The 200 square meter mural is not only the world's largest, it's also the first ever that's been hand painted exclusively with brushes as opposed to spray paint. 6 artists came together to showcase Mexico's rich football history dating back to Mesoamerican ball games. The artwork had to be completed in less than 90 days in order to qualify for the Guinness record.
Mexico, by the way, is co-hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup along with the U.S. and Canada. Well, live music is returning to downtown Yakima this summer.
It should be a lot of fun. Yakima Federal Downtown Summer Nights kicks off June 11th on the North Front Street with 6 nights of live music featuring regional and local bands. This year's opening act will be Root Biscuit, Revival, and Aphrodisiacs with the yak, Y-A-K. I love that. The free concert series runs through August 27th and will include food, drinks, and live entertainment in the heart of downtown Yakima.
The final act of the summer will feature James Beam and the Talbot Brothers. Very
Should
cool.
be good.
Hey, earlier, I do want to apologize. I said Henry Beauchamp Center.
Yeah.
It's the Henry
Beauchamp.
Yeah,
Correct.
so don't want to make anybody in Yakima upset. My apologies. But yeah, that looks like a lot of fun in downtown Yakima.
Absolutely. I've got to go out and do weather live out there a couple times.
Oh,
so
okay.
yes, definitely a fun time. So,
cool.
All right, stick around. We'll have one final check of that wacky weather forecast when we come right back.
Get ready, Walla Walla. The sweetest season is here. Join us at the ballpark for opening day, June 2nd, as the Walla Walla Sweets hit the field. We're bringing the fun with post-game fireworks, and 1,000 fans will receive a Sweet Stadium clear backpack. Gates open at 6, so mark your calendar, because this season the Sweets are bringing the thrill of baseball back to Walla Walla. Check our website for ticket packages and get your tickets now. Be part of the Walla Walla Sweets experience this season. Let's play ball.
Struggling with digestive issues? At Prosser Digestive Health Motility Center, board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon helps uncover real answers close to home. Advanced testing services include anorectal manometry and drug-free biofeedback for chronic constipation and bloating, Bravo pH testing for heartburn, and esophageal manometry to diagnose swallowing problems. Restore your quality of life. Talk to your primary care provider or gastroenterologist about a referral, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
One a day 50 plus multivitamins are formulated for your overall health with nutrients to support brain and muscle function. So you're not just setting the pace, you're one step ahead.
Next time, slow down.
One a day 50 plus, the one for you.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? With fewer symptoms from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, where would you go? Imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. And for adults with active psoriatic arthritis, Tremfya goes beyond the skin. Less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Tremfya even reduced fatigue. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
When it comes to travel, you're a winner. That's why you don't just have a travel pillow. You have a full-body travel cocoon. And that's why you rent with National, where you can skip the counter and go.
In Tri-Cities Real Estate, one group stands above the rest. One group consistently ranks in the top 20% of the region's real estate agents. One group puts a full team of professionals backing your every move to get the best deal at every step. And one group with an award-winning team to give you more insights and help you make more educated decisions. So if you're ready to make your next move with certainty, there's really only one group for you.
And welcome back. We are on a funky late spring weather roller coaster. We're about a month out till the actual summer solstice kicks in, so it's still officially spring. Meteorological summer, though, is going to start June 1st, so that's next Monday.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look at those weather stories. First, I got to point out this photo was submitted by Daffy, one of our station dogs.
Ah, okay,
So,
she did pretty good.
Good job on there, Daff. All right, here's a final look at the big stories. Showers and storms developing, those temperature swings back and forth, and then we'll see those gusty winds come back just in time for the weekend. The good news on that front is the temperatures will be cooler this weekend than we saw for last, but we're still looking at dry weather. Now, there's a slight chance of some showers tonight, Hermiston, Walla Walla. Hit or miss Tri-Cities, 10-20%, but more than likely it's going to miss us tonight here in the Tri-Cities. For tomorrow, we climb back up into the 80s. There we go, with a slight chance of rain. And then the big shift, the temperatures get even warmer on Thursday, but that is where we're tracking some potentially impactful thunderstorms moving through the area.
Okay. Thanks for joining us here at 6 and 6:30. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night. See you back here at 11.